English football has never been as vibrant and full of twists and turns as it is now in 2025. Liverpool, the current Premier League champions under the leadership of Arne find themselves in the middle of a whirlwind of speculation and behind-the-scenes battles that have fans both buzzing with excitement and biting their nails. The rivalry with Arsenal, already heated after last season, has gained an unexpected new ingredient: the involvement of Wayne Rooney, eternal idol of Manchester United and also Everton, who decided to give his opinion on the future of one of the most sought-after defenders of the moment, Mark Guéhi, Crystal Palace's star, valued at around £35 million. Rooney, in a light-hearted yet historically charged tone, made it clear that he would not like to see Guéhi wearing Liverpool's red shirt and further strengthening Arne Slot's already powerful squad. He even laughed during a radio show as he said, "Definitely not Liverpool," in reference to the English defender's future. For the former striker, if Guéhi has to switch clubs in England, let it be to Arsenal or even Chelsea, but never to the rival that defined his career the most. This declaration only added more spice to the already tense atmosphere among Premier League giants, especially as Liverpool continued to view the defender as their top priority. The pressure only intensified after Giovanni Leone, one of Liverpool's brightest defensive prospects, suffered a serious injury. He will be sidelined for almost a year after tearing his anterior cruciate ligament in a Carabao Cup match against Southampton. Leone's absence has left a gaping hole in the Reds' backline and accelerated Slot's search for a reliable centre-half capable of maintaining the high standard required for the team to continue competing for trophies. With Arsenal just 2 points behind in the table, the right signing could mean the difference between keeping the Premier League crown or surrendering it to their rivals. It is worth remembering that Guéhi came within touching distance of becoming a Liverpool player. On the final day of the summer transfer window, he agreed personal terms with the club, underwent medical tests, and saw the Reds accept Crystal Palace's £35 million asking price. But the saga ended in disappointment for the Anfield faithful. Palace pulled out of the deal after failing to secure Igor Julio from Brighton as a replacement. Now, with Guéhi's contract running down and the player reluctant to renew, the situation has flared up again. And as in every great transfer battle, Liverpool are not alone in the race. Arsenal and Chelsea have emerged as direct competitors for the 25-year-old defender, and to add even more drama, Real Madrid have also shown interest. Despite the Spaniard's presence, experts believe Guéhi's future is most likely to remain in England. This is exactly where Wayne Rooney's provocation comes in. He would rather see the defender bolster Arteta's Gunners than strengthen Arne Slot's defensive setup any further. According to transfer expert Dean Jones, there is no doubt that Guéhi remains Liverpool's #1 target. For him, performance data, tactical fit analyses, and the club's long-term project all point towards the defender being simply perfect for the Reds' style of play. Jones stressed that the club's stance has not changed since the failed deal, and there is huge confidence Guéhi would be the ideal partner alongside Van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate. Even so, uncertainty looms. With Arsenal and Chelsea lurking and the player's mind open to new offers, nothing is guaranteed. But Liverpool are not a club that usually put all their eggs in one basket. Should they fail to land Guéhi, alternatives are already on the radar. One is Dayot Upamecano of Bayern Munich, also entering the final months of his contract. Another hotly discussed option is Jared Brantwaite of Everton, a historic City rival, a move that would not only be bold but explosive in terms of local rivalry. To heighten the drama, Manchester United are also eyeing the young defender, turning the market for centre-backs into a true battle of giants. While Liverpool fight to strengthen their defence, Arsenal are also navigating a peculiar situation. The London club are not only direct competitors for Guéhi, but are also attempting to make big moves in the European market. Rumors suggest the Gunners approached a Real Madrid duel only to be told by the Spaniards that the player is untouchable at any price. In addition, Juventus have shut the door on one of their most promising talents, leaving Arsenal in a tricky position. To make matters worse, Manchester United continue to harbour interest in one of Arteta's key wingbacks, a player they had already been monitoring since the previous summer.
Amidst this chaotic backdrop, what stands out most is how football's backstage drama manages to mix rivalry, million-pound deals, and even historical provocations. The mere fact that Wayne Rooney has spoken out against Guéhi's move to Liverpool rekindles memories of unforgettable battles between United, Everton, and the Reds. It is as though the old spirit of the Premier League never dies, always finding new chapters to fuel the rivalry between clubs and their supporters. What no one can deny is that Mark Guéhi's future is firmly in the spotlight. For Arne, he is not just another player, he is the missing piece that could hold the defensive system together at a crucial time, provide stability to the squad, and allow Liverpool to keep flying high, maintaining their elite status in European football. For Arteta and Arsenal, Guéhi would be a signing that not only strengthens their back line, but also weakens a direct rival in the title race. For Chelsea, it would be yet another chance to flex their muscles in the market and reassert themselves among the giants. As the weeks pass and the next transfer window approaches, anticipation grows. Will Guéhi finally wear Anfield's red shirt and become one of the cornerstones of Arne Slot's project? Or will Rooney's influence, combined with the persuasive power of Arsenal and Chelsea, divert the player from what seemed to be his destined path? One thing is certain. The next chapters of this saga promise to keep fans glued to every update, every rumour, and every statement. Arne Slot, meanwhile, watches all this movement with the analytical eye that has become his trademark since arriving at Liverpool. Unlike other managers who focus solely on raw talent, Slot looks beyond. He values tactical intelligence, discipline, and the ability to adapt within his highly structured system. That is why Guéhi has become an absolute priority. The Crystal Palace defender is not only solid in his marking, but also shows impressive composure when playing out from the back, an essential trait for the offensive modern style demanded by the Dutch coach. Slot understands that Liverpool need not just a defender who can close gaps, but someone capable of initiating play, dictating tempo, and breaking through opposition pressing lines. This vision goes far beyond a simple replacement for Giovanni Loni's injury. It is about preparing Liverpool for the coming years in an inevitable transition, with Van Dijk approaching the twilight of his prime and Konate constantly attracting interest from Europe's giants. Slot knows that keeping the club at the top requires surgical planning and bold decisions. That is why seeing Arsenal and Chelsea entering the race for Guéhi is not just a market concern, but also a direct threat to the continuity of his project. Every step taken now could determine whether the Reds continue dominating the Premier League or leave openings for rivals to regain ground.